Today we're looking at 1970 Roosevelt Dimes and why these coins can be worth a lot more than 10 cents. So welcome back to Couch Collectibles. Hope you guys are having an awesome day as always. If you guys are new, feel free to check out all the other coin and collectible videos here on the channel. Let's just hop into this one. Alright, so starting off first here with a 1970 dime. Now this coin is valuable because of its mint error. So this coin was actually, the Roosevelt Dime design was actually struck onto a Philippines coin planchet. It's actually an aluminum planchet, so it's very light. And as you can see, the Roosevelt Dime design does not fit entirely onto this planchet here, and that will give the coin a lot of value. This coin ended up selling for over $1,000. Next up is another mint error. This 1970 D mint mark Roosevelt Dime has been double struck. The second strike is 90% off center, as we can see there at the top of the coin, or the bottom of the coin as we're looking here on the reverse. This dime ended up selling for over $75, so you know, you're not going to make a fortune off something like this because you're going to have to factor in the cost of getting the coin graded and things like that. Now, if you're not familiar with coin grading prices and things like that, just type in Couch Collectibles coin grading here on YouTube and you'll find a 30-minute video that I did on that. Now, here is a 1970 D mint mark that has a doubled die reverse. So this coin is graded by NGC at a mint state 66, so you know it's in very good condition, and it has that doubling on the reverse of the coin. So this is the doubling that we actually want to look for. You want to look for that there on the lettering United States of America, as well as on the torch, the flames there on those 1970 Roosevelt dimes. So this coin ended up selling for around $100. Again, you're not going to make a ton of money off something like that, but here is another example of that coin that is at a higher grade, a mint state 66 grade. It's graded by PCGS, a coin grading company. This dime has the doubling, has the high grade, and this dime ended up selling for over $130. Now here's another example of a 1970 D mint mark. It does not have any type of mint errors or anything. It just has that very high grade of a mint state 68 with the full torch. And that's where all the value comes in at. So if there's not many of these dimes that's graded at a mint state 68, then that will, you know, increase the demand for the coin, which increases the value of the coin. If there's, you know, thousands of them at a mint state 67, the 67 is not going to be valuable. It would be considered common because there's a lot at that condition. But if you have it at a 68 where there's not many at this condition, then that's where the value comes in at. So this coin ended up selling for over $640. Now here's another double strike, a little bit different. We see it here on the right side of this Roosevelt dime. Again, 90% off center, that second strike is. And this coin ended up selling for around $25. So definitely not worth having that one graded. It's going to cost you more to have that coin graded. So if you want to keep it protected and have it in a coin holder, more power to you. But you know, in terms of selling them and making a huge profit, it's not really there. Alright, so here's a 1970 D mint mark that's been struck off center. As I say in a lot of my videos, you can look for off center coins, you know, that are, you know, only 5% off center or 10% off center. This is pretty extreme here, but you know, you can look for off centers on all kinds of different coins, not just Roosevelt dimes. So this coin ended up selling for around $35. Now, as we move on to the 1970 proof coin. This is very important. I get a lot of emails and questions about this coin, so I'll do my best to explain this again. So here on the left side of the screen, we see a 1970 Roosevelt dime. It does not have any type of mint mark. Now, it's not supposed to have a mint mark either. So it's the Philadelphia minted Roosevelt dime. That is the business strike on the left side of the screen. That's the coins that we typically find in our everyday pocket change. But here on the right side of the screen is the proof coin. So this has the mirror-like finish. It's much more detailed. Those are coins that are sold to, you know, collectors. People that buy them, they're not intended for circulation. They are the proof coins. So this coin does not have a mint mark either. However, the proof coin from 1970, the one on the right side of the screen, is supposed to have the S mint mark. So keep that in mind. The coin on the left is the business strike. It's not supposed to have a mint mark. The coin on the right is supposed to have a mint mark. I actually have this in my book, A Guide to Coin Hunting. So if you guys want to get one, feel free to get one. They're available on couchcollectibles.com exclusively. It's the only place you can get them right now. So we have tons of coin images in there. We show you guys the missing mint mark coins, the list of those to look for. So feel free to pick it up, couchcollectibles.com. Back to this coin here. So this is the 1970 proof here on the right that's missing the S mint mark. That's what you want to look for in your proof sets. Here's an example of a proof set from 1970. So this dime here on the right side of the proof set is missing the S mint mark. So check your 1970 proof sets for that missing S mint mark on the 1970 dime. This proof set ended up selling for over $1,200 because of that missing S mint mark on the dime. Now here is the proof Roosevelt dime from 1970. You see that this has the S mint mark. It's supposed to have it, but this has a very high grade, a proof 69 deep cameo. A 70 is perfect on the coin grading scale. This is at a 69, and this coin actually sold for around $70. So really not worth, having graded, the proof coins for 1970. Unless, of course, it is missing the S mint mark. So something like this with the S mint mark, only a $70 coin. I personally wouldn't take a risk on getting your 1970 S proof dimes graded because if it comes back at a 67, it's not really worth much at all. All right, so here is a 1970 Roosevelt dime that has been triple struck and saddle struck with a chain edge. So look at that. Of course, we're not finding stuff like this in coin rolls, but I had to add it in since it is the 1970 Roosevelt dime. This coin did sell for over $1,900, nearly a $2,000 dime. All right, so here is a no dated dime. I want to add this in as well. It is silver. The obverse of the coin, the front of the coin, has been struck through a capped die. You can look for die caps, on pennies, not just Roosevelt dimes, on other coins as well. You'll see on the reverse it looks perfectly normal, but we'll see how it's been struck through a capped die here on the front or the obverse of the coin. This dime ended up selling for over $75. Here's another no dated dime that looks like it's a damaged coin. However, it's actually a mint error. It was struck only on the clad layer, so it only weighs 5 grams, which is really cool. And this coin ended up selling for over $200. Here are some other dimes that are worth money. Here is a coin that you might want to be on the lookout for in your pocket change. Now, someone may think this is just a penny, not paying attention or actually, looking at your coin because it's about the size of one. It's a 1999 D that has been broad struck on a 1-cent planchet. So it has been broad struck on a penny, essentially. The dime struck on a penny. So that's why it's got that coloration to it. Now, this coin here sold for over $14,000. $14,000. Could you imagine finding that in your pocket change? Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.